Welcome, doctors. Let's talk about something that's been flooding healthcare forums lately: revenue problems in private practices. You may have patients, you may be working harder than ever, but somehow, you're not getting paid. Sound familiar? One OB/GYN partner shared online that their practice was seeing patients every day, but the partners weren't even taking home a paycheck. And the responses poured in. This isn't an isolated problem. Across the country, practices are facing extreme revenue issues. And guess what? A common name keeps coming up: Athena. Doctors say Athena puts claims into buckets, where they sit untouched while you assume everything is being processed. Others report automatic write-offs, thousands of dollars disappearing without their knowledge. And many describe the AR workflow as abysmal, making it impossible to track follow-ups. In short, money is slipping through the cracks. But Athena isn't the only culprit. Hidden revenue killers exist in every practice. Claims sitting in limbo. Phantom write-offs. Timely filing deadlines creeping up with no one watching. And accounts receivable that just keeps growing older and harder to collect. So how do you find out where the money's going? Consultants suggest tracking a few key metrics every month: days sales outstanding, denial percentage, gross and net collection rate, AR trends, and the percentage of AR sitting over 90 days. These numbers tell the story of whether your revenue cycle is working or failing. But here's where the conversations get interesting. Doctors are asking, is this really a revenue problem, or is it a financial management problem? Because sometimes, it's not just about collections. It's overhead being too high. It's revenue not matching what's actually deposited in the bank. It's unnecessary expenses draining the bottom line. Now, when practices try to fix this, they usually face a choice. Do we hire a local healthcare consultant, bring in a revenue cycle consultant, outsource billing entirely? The problem is traditional consultants often give you a report, charge you a big fee, and leave. Meanwhile, hiring local staff can cost upwards of $6,000 a month once you factor in benefits. That's why more practices are turning to virtual revenue cycle management. And no, this isn't just outsourcing. This is specialized, ongoing support from experts who live and breathe billing, coding, denial management, and AR follow-up. Virtual teams monitor claims daily. They verify insurance eligibility before every visit. They catch undercoding and overcoding. They appeal denials aggressively. And they cost a fraction of what in-house staff costs, usually under $2,000 per specialist. And the results? They're real. A family practice reported recovering $47,000 in missed appeals within 6 months. An orthopedic group cut billing staff costs in half and boosted collections by 28%. Multi-specialty clinics are reducing denial rates from 15% down to 6%. The real game changer? Insurance verification. Virtual teams confirm eligibility, pre-authorizations, deductibles, and coverage before patients even walk in the door. No more performing services only to find out later the claim was doomed from the start. And let's not forget coding. One practice discovered $23,000 in lost revenue in just 6 months, simply because procedures were undercoded. Virtual coding specialists fixed it, and the revenue started flowing again. The best part? Virtual teams work 24/7. While you're sleeping, they're submitting claims, chasing denials, and making sure cash flow doesn't stop. Doctors, here's the bottom line. When you're seeing patients but not paying yourself, it's not a patient volume problem. It's a revenue cycle problem. And ignoring it won't make it go away. The practices that are adapting now, that are embracing virtual RCM, are not only solving their revenue headaches, so don't keep working for free. Don't let your hard work vanish into claims buckets and write-offs. Your expertise deserves compensation. Your revenue cycle deserves experts. You focus on patient care. Let revenue cycle specialists make sure you get paid for every service you provide. Thanks for watching.